Hey parents and students, this year OCRET's 5th grade math team will be using the flipped classroom or blended learning model. This video is intended to answer some of the questions that you may have about the flipped classroom. So first of all, what is a flipped classroom? You may think that the flipped classroom sounds like this picture where everything is upside down, or maybe it's just where the teacher just listens to the students all day. When in actuality, the flipped classroom is simply taking the lessons that students would listen to in class and watch them at home. This replaces the practice questions that the students were doing at home in a traditional classroom. The practice is done in the classroom instead, with the guidance of the teacher and through engaging projects. This also creates more meaningful time in the classroom. The traditional classroom will have a 30 to 45-minute lecture, which is way longer than students' attention spans, with only a few minutes to practice in class. The flipped classroom will only have a short 10-minute recap lesson in class and move straight on to practice. So how will this work in our classes? Well, the teachers will create the video lessons that are about 6 to 10 minutes long. We don't want them to be too long. We will then post them in our Classroom Google homework page right here, and then students can then watch the videos at home on a computer or with a cell phone. Students will take their notes in the notebook and complete the activity. The next day, we will go over any questions that the students had and look at the activity the students completed. So what will the classroom look like? Well, the classroom will change as well. Instead of the majority of our time being spent on lecture, the class will then focus on practice. The practice will involve regular practice that normally would have been completed at home, projects that cover the material, and small group instruction with the teacher and students to check for understanding. So what are the benefits of actually doing the flipped classroom? Well, first, flipping will increase student-teacher interactions. Second, it will help you help your child. You'll know exactly what we're doing in class. You'll know how we're teaching the concepts. Third, it will decrease the anxiety over homework that students may have had. My favorite, number 4, my favorite is they can work at their own pace. Students can pause the videos, rewind, or even re-watch the videos if they are struggling. Fifth, students this will lead to a deeper understanding through engaging projects. We'll have more time for the engaging projects. Next, it keeps students more engaged in learning. Instead of listening to the teacher go on and on about a lecture, making sure they understand, they're actually going to be doing things and active in the classroom. And then last, lessons are more accessible when students miss class. So if a student misses for whatever reason, they have the lessons at home so they know what's going on and they aren't going to miss anything there. So what are some challenges? Because in any project or anything we do, there are going to be some challenges. First of all, the first and largest problem is not every student has internet at home. And to combat this, we are actually going to have the computer lab open in the mornings before school starts, and students can watch it then. And if they don't, they will be able to watch the videos in class, but they will be missing some of the activity that we are doing. Second hurdle is trust. We have to trust the students to complete the lessons, and not just complete them, but to make sure that they are fully invested in it, going over the lesson, rewatching it if they need to rewatch it. We are putting more responsibility on the students with this model. And third, it requires us to do a lot of work on the front end to make these videos happen. But we don't mind doing that if it's going to help the students in the long run. So what does it require from you as a parent? Well, 1, provide a quiet place to watch the videos and somewhere without distractions where they can actually focus. 2, you can ask your students questions about what he or she watched. And then also encourage your child to take the time watching the videos that he or she may need to pause or rewind to understand. So if they don't understand those questions that you ask, have them go back and watch it again. And then last, watch the videos along with your child. so that you know what to do when your child is struggling with extra practice, and you can give them one-on-one tutoring that just to make sure that they understand the concepts if you're going over it with them. So what does it require of the students? In reality, a flipped classroom does not change the fact that students are expected to go home and do math homework at night. The only thing that is different is the type of math homework that they are doing. Instead of doing mindless practice problems where they can do the problems without really thinking, or they get stuck on the problems and do them incorrectly, or simply don't do them at all because they think it's too difficult. Students simply have to watch a video, take notes, and reflect in a summary and questions or activity that we have on the left side of the notebook. Students are expected to come prepared to class each day with the background knowledge that is necessary for them to understand. We're not asking that they have it fully mastered or by any means, although some students may actually have it mastered at that point. What we want is that the students plan a time to watch the video when they're fully awake and they can focus on the video, preferably before 10 o'clock when they're completely gone and should be in bed already. Second, re-watch the videos if they need. See it again, rewind, pause, take advantage of this model. And third, if students need to make sure if they are absent that they still watch the required videos and come to class prepared. And fourth, if students must take the initiative to communicate with the teacher either online or in person if there are issues with watching the videos. This includes watching the videos in the computer lab before school. So, for more information, please check out these resources where I was able to put all of this information from this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll find the links below.